Hi, and welcome to this short tutorial video. Today I want to go over how do we find the maximum nozzle loads for a nozzle and compress. Let's get started with this vessel. So you can see here I have a hillside nozzle on the top head, and I also have a radial nozzle coming out of our cylinder here. A question that comes up a lot is, how do I find the maximum nozzle loads that can be placed on this nozzle? To answer this question, we need to really look at, well, what is coming in this nozzle? There's no one set of nozzle loads that will produce the maximum set of nozzle loads. It can be a number of permutations or combinations of loadings that can result in the maximum nozzle loads for this nozzle. But what we can do is we can try to find this. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up this nozzle. So I'm going to right click on nozzle number 2 right here. We're going to open it up. I'm going to click to the next screen. And we're going to click on the WRC local stress button right here. So what this will do is open up our WRC dialog. Now I have this dialog set up to use the WRC-537. The WRC-537 was a replacement or an update to the WRC-107. So there's nothing new with the dialog, still the same inputs. But what can we do? Well, right now I've got one load case set up, and we can add multiple load cases as well. We're going to take a look at just this one. So right now we're going to rename this to the operating case. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is discuss with your client, how is the piping coming in on this? Is it coming straight in? Is it going to have a bend on it? Will there be any bending on the vessel like that? Things like that. So you'll need to find out how it's going to be configured. What we can do in compress though is we do have a solve for load function, and that's right here. And we pull this down, we can actually solve for either your PR, your minus PR, your circumferential moment, or your longitudinal moment. So what we can do is, say, well, let's just say every loading is going to have 1,000 pounds on it. So I'll type this in, and keep in mind these inputs can also be copied and pasted in from a spreadsheet. Okay, so let's say this is where we're going to start. Well, we're already calculating the stresses for you. So down here you'll see the primary circ stress and the primary longitudinal stress as well as the combined. And you'll see the allowable stress. So I'm pretty well under this allowable stress right now. If we do get overstressed, however, these will be red, bolded, so you'll get an idea if it's going to be overstressed. But let's say this was the set of nozzle loadings that we're going to start with. Well, I want to know what is my maximum PR. So what we can do is come back up for our solve for load and select PR right here. What compress will do is run through the calculations and we'll iterate until our combined stress equals our allowable stress. So based on that, you can see here the maximum load is 20,117. So what I'll do is I'll come back up here and say no solving. Likewise, we can also do this for the, like I said, the circumferential moment and the longitudinal moment. You can also do this manually if you like. So if you'd like to iterate everything and just check the allowable stresses, you can do that. Maybe you want to make sure that some of the shear forces are accounted for. So you can increase those a lot more if you like as well. This is how you would go about finding the maximum nozzle loads for your nozzle using compress. So I'll click OK. I'll click OK. As you can see, our nozzle loadings have been added on to the end of the nozzle. Alright, I'd like to thank you for watching this quick tutorial. If you have any questions at all, you can always email support@codeware.com or give us a call at 941-927-2670.